Hello Leo, thank you for coming back. If you're a returning subscriber, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Don't forget to like and share or like and subscribe. This is a general reading, so some aspects of it may apply to you, or it could apply to somebody else in your environment or around you at this time. You could see this playing out in their lives. Bottom of the deck for you is Scorpio, I Transform. Very strong card coming in for you. So I feel, looking at your chart, elements of this coming in is basically exactly what it says, transform. So I feel, looking at your chart, I think you really need to have a good long hard look at what it is you really want. What do you really want? What do you want from your life? What do you want going forward? What do you really want in your heart of hearts? And then what you're going to be busy with is transforming your desires into action. So it's that planning phase, it's just gestation period, and then actually taking it forward after that. You could also be, with this card, it's very, as I said, it's a very powerful card. It's all about, it is power. You may have power struggles going on, or there could be sort of manipulation going on, or you may be guilty of that. So power struggles, manipulation, do your best to avoid that, or you could be feeling that you're in this situation. But Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, so everything that is under the surface, everything that is lying underground, as it were, tends to come up during Scorpio aspects or Pluto aspects. So whatever is underneath could be rising up, and that can be anything, really. That can be your hidden feelings, that could be a bit of scandal, or it could be just difficulties rising up, or situations that you hadn't seen before coming up. But it's basically things that are coming up that have to be dealt with, all right? So, really, at the end of the day, you're in control, and you have to take steps now to transform what is going on around you, what is happening in your life, to move you forward. In the first house, we have void, of course, moon missing. So when the moon changes signs, it goes through a bit of a sort of a shadow period where you don't benefit from the rays of the moon. So falling in your first house is the house of the self. So this covers everything to do with your physical body, but it's also how others perceive you. So this can be your personality, your characteristics, how you come across to others, what you're projecting to others, which is a different thing. But it's everything to do with the self, your physical body, your vitality, your life force. It's also your self-oriented interests, and it is also how you're making your way outward into the world, so how you meet things, and your personal independence, and so on. So with this happening, you're kind of in the, it may not be the entire month, it could just be a period of a few days, or maximum a week, I would think, where where this may be necessary, where it's sort of, as I said, it's a shadow period. Things are not what they seem. So this is a good time to actually just to stay as you are in your normal routine. Just do as you would normally do, and put your energy into, without changing anything. Just stay as you are. It's a very good time to rest and dream and plan for when the next action phase comes to you. So it's that sort of gestation period, if I can put it that way. And it's not a good time to be putting energy into new things, or to launch something, or new actions. And the reason for that is because, as I said, that things are not what they seem. So it could end up being a wasted effort. So putting your time, money, energy into something, and then it just doesn't give you the result that you want. So it's best just to pull back and wait until the energies have shifted, and then you can move forward. It's that gestation period, and you may just be coming across like that as well to others, that you're just in that in-between phase. And following on from that, in the second house, Second house is your house of income. It's also the house of your self-worth and the house of your value systems. So what you value in yourself and what you value in others. This house also rules your possessions, what you own. So land, property, real estate, any possessions that you have. I mean, those things could be sort of a profession for you, real estate or whatever, but it could be that you're involved in land transactions or you want to do something like that. Ultimately, what this card is saying is that, again, it's not a good time. This will be during the course of the month. It's not a good time to be initiating big new actions or making big purchases or, start launching anything. This is actually a time of going back to the drawing board. Having a look at your plans. So you've been planning, you've been thinking about what you want to do, but you actually need to go over them again in relation to the second house. So this could be to do with your income. Perhaps you're self-employed and you want to change the way you do things, or perhaps you are needing to ask for something from your employer, or it could just be to do with your self-worth and your values, and changing what you own and so on. But this card is saying to you it's not a good time to be launching or taking new actions for making big purchases. So avoid if possible. Mercury rules all forms of communication. So during this period, all forms of communication can very easily go awry. There's a very unpredictable energy around. And so things like emails get lost or they don't get delivered. You can be misinterpreted by somebody, or there can be misunderstandings very quickly and very easily. Things just don't work, cancellations, delays, frustrations, your results are not what you want, or you purchase something and then you just no sooner get it home and you've had it a short time and then it doesn't work and now you have to take it back, that sort of thing. It's also related to technology of all kinds. So all your communication devices need to be backed up and secured, because you could lose data or you could lose information, or your system crashes or something like that. So that can happen as well. Mercury it becomes a very unpredictable energy. It almost appears like it's going backward. It's an illusion, but that is how it feels. And you could just have really a false start with whatever it is that you're trying to do. So it's back to the drawing board. Anything with a re in front of it applies. So reinvention, if that is required, revise, review, renew, release, and even relocate comes up in this. And relocate comes up a few times. So it's a possibility that what you're trying to do or what you're planning to do may be for somewhere else. You may either planning a relocation, or you could be in the throes of that, or maybe that is something that you need to contemplate on. Do I need to relocate to put myself in a better position? Because you are contemplating certain things about your future now. So it's all about that. But it's back to the drawing board. Look at your plans, go over them with a fine-tooth comb several times. And if it's applicable, ask somebody else to help you with that, because they may spot something that you missed. Mistakes can be made. Things can be overlooked. And if you go over the plans again, you will come up with a much better plan. So it's a case of refinement until you come up with a much better plan. Then in the third house, we have Grand Cross Provoker. So third house is your house of communication. And that kind of follows on from this card, but it's all forms of communication. So this is written, verbal, body language. It also rules documents and contracts, and also short trips, local journeys. So with this, there's a tremendous amount of frustration that comes in with this card. And this is because you've got 4 hard angles all bearing down on you. So you just feel under pressure, stressed. You're juggling lots of different things. You've got things coming at you from all different angles. And it's very hard to navigate or to work out what it is you should be doing first. So you tend to run around, you tend to juggle, you're not feeling like you're making any progress. So this is all to do with your communication. It's all to do with contracts and documents. Perhaps you need to do certain things and you just can't get to it, or whatever it is you're trying to achieve just isn't working really. There's too much going on. So this card is a catalyst for change, okay? it does do that, but it's how you handle the energy. So you have to prioritize what's important for you at this time in this house. You've got to consolidate your energy. Timing is important. Also endurance through limitation, because there will be limitations. It's these 4 hard angles bearing down on you. So through limitation, you will build up endurance. It's about building inner strength and stamina, really, to get you through difficult periods like this. But it is a catalyst for change. So once you learn how to manage the energies and just build up that inner endurance and strength, then, once you've done it, on the other side of that, then you will start to see results. But it's just that period in between where you just feel like you've got too many things coming at you. But you've got a lot of talents and abilities with this card that need to be harnessed. And it's just a case of focusing, prioritizing, and then managing your time to achieve what you need to achieve with this house. But it will be a frustrating period. It could be like driving around in second gear. It's a little bit like that. Then in the 4th house, we have Pisces, I believe. So in this chart today, your 4th house and your 10th house, which are opposite each other, are both underwater, as it were. Neptune rules Pisces, and Neptune is in your 10th house. So they're sort of linked somehow. This is the bottom of your chart and the top of your chart. Your bottom of your chart is your foundation. The top of your chart is what you're aiming for. So it could be that at this time, your home life and also your career is kind of susceptible to change. You're not quite sure where you're headed just at the moment. So with 4th houses rules your home. It also rules your relationship with your family. So this is your foundation, your ancestry, your ethnic identity. Some people have a very troubled relationship with that, and others are fine with it. They rely on it for their traditions and their values and so on. So it really depends where you are. But this also, as I said, rules the home. So this is your actual physical home structure, your house, or wherever it is that you're living. It can also be the atmosphere in the home, the people in your home, and so on. So with Pisces, I believe there's a couple of elements that come in with this card. You may just have to surrender to what is right now. There could be things going on, but it's a kind of a surrendering. You're going to be very sensitive at this time. You could be dreaming a lot at home, or you could have big dreams about your home and so on. And because this card does tend to activate your imagination and your inspiration and your creative side, it does very much do that. So if you work from the home, that's a wonderful thing, especially if you're a writer or you create things from your home space. Your imagination and your inspiration, your creativity will be very high. Your sensitivity to others and your compassionate levels will be activated. But as I said, it could also be that there's things going on, and this is about having belief in yourself, belief in what is going on, and surrender to what is at this time. It could also be that you have elements going on in your home which require you to reaffirm your boundaries. So because sometimes with Pisces, they have trouble putting boundaries in. So there could be a lack of clarity about what is going on in your home or in your home life or towards your family, your foundation. So lack of clarity, you may need to put your boundaries in place. You could have people around you who are a bit of an energy drain. They're sapping you through all their complications, and they pull you under, they sap your energy. There could be victim consciousness going on, or it could be you in that situation. Perhaps you are draining others or sort of in victim consciousness at this time. So just be aware of that. Rather redirect that mindset into something imaginative and inspirational. Try and redirect for the better. But if you have somebody in your home who is guilty of that, then take steps to sort it out. It could also be that you have water in the home. You may have water issues in your actual physical home, which might need addressing at this time. In the fifth house, we have Aries I am. So fifth house is the house of your children or other children that you're involved with at this time. It's also the house of your creativity and your expression. It can be artistic as well, but creativity is, we all use it every day in everything that we do, the way we speak, the way we walk, the way we dress, the way we conduct ourselves. So creativity, it's your personal brand, your individuality, your originality, and how you use that. It's also the house of love affairs and everything that goes down in that. It's also the house of recreational activities, and that can be fun activities, pleasurable activities, and it can be sporting activities. Anything where you're out and about and you're enjoying indoor or outdoor activities which are recreational for you. So it's about having fun and enjoying yourself. It's also could be sports and team related. It's also the house of speculation of some kind. So this is normally risk taking to do with gambling. So that's an activity. But it could also be interest in the stock market and stock exchange and so on.